You're listening to the RU Radio Network on Spreaker.com.
All right, as you just heard, you're listening to the RU Radio Network. I'm David Woolever, your host, a part of Resident Undead. With me tonight, we have Adam Kimmell and Rebecca Kirschbaum. How are you guys doing?
Big Woolever, big open.
Tonight's show, we're talking about an episode of Resident Undead that we filmed. Okay, and if you haven't picked up on it yet, we're going to be talking about the Kentucky slave house, Phillips Folly, down in Maysville, Kentucky.
This was our first opportunity to film in Kentucky, and it's one state we've wanted to touch for a long time, and so I got to give some big shout-outs. Austin Maynard for giving us a connection to Phillips Folly, and of course, we cannot forget Tom and Jim. Were both incredible owners, some of the best owners we've encountered out there. The hospitality was through the roof.
I think that one of the reasons that this specific shoot was so intense and so awesome is because the energy of the space was part of this culture. And I know this culture very intimately because I grew up in it.
If people don't know, I am mixed. I am white, Native American, and black. My mother's side of the family is Cherokee and African American. When you called me down there, I felt like that was something that was going to connect to them. Like that would have been something that would have looked familiar to them.
I think the Geobox is a great tool, but when Uncle Jeff has it, I think there's just an entourage of spirits to follow him because the results are ridiculous. They are so intelligent, and you're going to see that. What people are going to see in this investigation are some of the most intelligent responses over the Geobox.
We've made our way down south to the Bluegrass State to take a closer look at a former slave house. Constructed almost 200 years ago, this structure stands as a reminder to one of our country's darkest hours. Its walls are stained on both sides, though, from the imprisonment of runaway slaves to being a safe house within the Underground Railroad.
For the next 8 hours, we're going to see which memories still reside. Welcome to Phillips Folly.
Oh my God, that's so much better when I first thought about it.
You like giving water out? So do I.
As soon as you started talking, a thump on that door.
Yeah, there might be a few spiders.
Let's talk to the guy that's here. Why not? I mean, I'm here, so.
I'll tell you what, I thought this was gonna end real short. I gave up everything to walk down this road. Myth, danger, adrenaline. I've learned a lot along the way, and I've adapted my methods accordingly. For one, I wasn't sure how I felt about psychics, but I've tested them. I can say at least the ones I've worked with are legit. I never dreamed I would own a seminary, but I do. This entire journey has made me undeniably passionate about saving our past. My friends and I use unconventional methods to find the truth within every legend and to capture the voices of spirits.
Whoa, that's a human tone voice.
You may have heard my name. It's Adam. And I invite you to travel with me as we find and call the Resident Undead. Phillips Folly. With its origins widely disputed, it is agreed by many that its construction began in 1828. It would contain 12 large rooms, 6 bathrooms, a butler's pantry with a full kitchen, and wide, long hallways that would run the entire length of the home. William B. Phillips would be the mastermind behind this elegantly beautiful mansion. Ironically, with such huge ambition for what it was to be, the construction only made it as far as the skeleton frame before Phillips disappeared from Maysville without a trace. He would vanish for almost 2 years, leaving the mansion at a standstill, and it was during this period of time that the title Phillips Folly would stick as the property's name. The title referred to Mr. Phillips' foolishness for building such an extraordinary and grandiose home without having the necessary funds to finish it. Right before 1831, Phillips would return to Maysville with more than enough money to finish the mansion. It was rumored that he fled to New Orleans, where he won an enormous amount of money gambling. In 1833, Phillips would be elected as the mayor of Maysville, and it was around that time that he had a small jail cell constructed in the basement where he would lock up drunks and runaway slaves. Fast forward 5 years and Phillips would end up selling the Folly to a Maysville businessman named John Armstrong, who would eventually pass it down to his son Francis. The irony in the transition of ownership is the difference between Phillips and Francis. Phillips was well known for supporting slavery, hence the holding cell downstairs. But Francis was an abolitionist who would turn Phillips Folly into a beacon of hope and ultimately a safe haven within the Underground Railroad. The most interesting history is between the Folly's construction and up until what was just mentioned, but there is one anomaly which happened years later that can be noted. In 1890, the house would now be owned by the Finch family, and according to urban legend, their family friend John Pierce would use a revolver and shoot himself directly in the head in front of the downstairs fireplace. But according to another urban legend, that is a lie, and Pierce was killed when a gentleman's duel took place inside the Folly. To this day, there is still no absolute confirmation to what actually happened. Investigations involving the Underground Railroad are always challenging. To take those obstacles even farther, I have always tried to humanize our search for meaning. I am personally conflicted with Phillips' story. One part of me understands his struggle to create something bigger than himself, but on the other side, I absolutely resent him for his cruel and barbaric crimes against other human beings. There is also trying to understand John Pierce and the human element behind his suicide. Why did he commit suicide at a friend's house? A duel makes more sense, but I've learned that framing myself within the many layers of history helps me to understand what actually happened at a location. On top of all of this, we're going to attempt to communicate with individuals that don't want to be found. And with that, here comes our best shot.
It's rolling around 9 o'clock, and we are going to begin our investigation of the Kentucky slave house known as Phillips Folly. This place is awesome, all right? Just the day alone is great. This is Becca's home state.
Hello.
Hello. How do you feel being back in Kentucky, Becca?
It feels strange, but wonderful.
And this is our first time filming in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Note it, note it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick it off hard. We are going to go right in here. We're gonna make our way up to the top and then work our way down. All right, let's do it.
Are we doing introductions or?
Nope, everybody knows who we are. Ooh, actually, it's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be.
It is nice and warm.
I think you guys can lose your coats if you want to.
Are we going to night vision or no?
We're going to stay with lights.
Oh.
And we're just going to work our way right up to the top.
All the way up. Oof.
All right. Are we at the top? Just make it clear and simple. Let's do an active EVP and ask them to say Phillips Folly. To anyone that's here, we're going to just ask you to say something back to us, and it's going to be Phillips Folly. So on the count of 3, if you could please say that. 1, 2, 3. Can you please say Phillips Folly? Ending EVP, ending EVP. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna play this back into your cam, Ashley.
All right.
Play it back.
1, 2, 3. Can you please say Phillips Folly?
What the hell? It was Philip right away.
Oh, it's Philip.
Did you hear the Philip scream through?
Yes.
Dude.
Amazing.
Damn, right out the gate.
Yeah, right?
Right out the gate. I think we
it
got it.
Phillips, then it's
I think we got it. Like you hear Phillips Folly real quick right after, but then
Please
it's more.
play that one more time. He says.
Don't do that.
I think we're just gonna hit it fast and furious. Let's, instead of starting with the quarantine or anything like that, let's throw a ripple right here. I have been obsessed with this story of John Pierce, the whole mystery behind it. This is a guy where the story's mixed that it was either a suicide or there was a duel in the house and then covered as a suicide. The story's unknown. It's like this urban legend that's being passed around, but it happened. Let's run a ripple and see if we can spark a reaction.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's do it. A ripple in time is a favorite resident undead strategy used in order to stimulate the dead for maximum interaction. We believe that if you introduce something from their past, they're much more likely to respond to you. According to a Finch family legend, John Pierce was a family friend who committed suicide in the parlor. Although separate rumors have spread saying that he was actually killed in a duel. We have learned time and time again that when you recreate an incident, it better helps the dead remember what exactly happened. So with this, we will recreate a duel between Pierce and an unknown assailant. As usual, Becca will be taking notes of whoever steps forward to speak, and 2 Pandoras will be on a constant record. So with that, let's see if this firefight jogs anyone's memory.
Die!
All right, 1, 2, 3. Rolling on Pandora. Give me about, I'll actually cue you guys in to start. All right, find that inner anger, Ashley, and go.
Why'd you get home so late the other night?
What?
You were 3 hours late than usual.
I was not.
Yes, she was.
You were 3 hours late.
I wasn't late. You're paranoid. I did absolutely nothing wrong.
No, I know a damn lie.
Oh, are you kidding me?
You're lying straight to your teeth.
What do you think I did? Go ahead.
Whoa, is everything all right in here? I don't mean to intrude.
Well,
Are you
look
all
who
right?
it is. Look who it is.
Hey now. I'm not sure if I want to jump to conclusions. Is this about me?
You're damn right it is.
Well, I guess I did hear a few things downstairs. That's why I came up. No, please go on.
Well,
What exactly is the problem?
I'm going to ask you one time and one goddamn time only. Have you been sleeping with my wife?
Is that what this is about? Don't you ever accuse me of something like that. That is beyond disrespectful. I did nothing with your wife. You know it too.
I tell you what, I'm ready to take a bullet for my wife.
Well, okay, this is not necessary.
And I think I know you know what I'm
No,
talking about.
nothing happened. This is not necessary.
No, I know what you're talking
Whoa,
about.
whoa, whoa.
I know what you're talking about.
You goddamn right you do.
Shall we dance? Shall we?
Let's do it.
You know how we're supposed to
Are
do
you
this?
kidding me right now?
We are going to do this.
Okay, all right. Real tough.
On the count of 4, may the best man win. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Die!
And ripple.
Oh my God! That was a great death. Phenomenal.
Emmy Award winning.
Oh my. Okay.
All right, kill the Pandoras. Good. All right.
Vaudeville acting. And I feel like I saw it. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what vaudeville acting is, but I heard that too. I feel like you have an intelligent spirit here. But the other thing that I got was a little girl, not in this room, not interacting with you at all. So it could very well just be a memory. In that room back there looking at me from the blackness. She threw some bad temper tantrums. She said, "I'm scary." And then I saw a crib, and she said, "Shh, the baby's sleeping." So that's really all that I got. It wasn't, other than a wonderful show, of course.
Oh my God, it was so hard not to laugh. I tried so hard. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Shit. Why would they be here?
We totally thought for a hot second that the cops were coming to bust us. I'll tell you what, I thought this was going to end real short.
I know we're allowed to be here.
I swear, we know the owners. Oh, okay, we're not being arrested. This is gorgeous. Everywhere you go in this place, every room is gorgeous.
Yeah, this is lovely.
What's behind room number 1? What do you feel here?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. It feels very quiet.
Okay. You know who likes quiet?
I like quiet.
This girl right here loves quiet and calm. But you know what I'm gonna guess is that we're gonna put her in here, quarantine, and you are gonna become a magnet. I have a feeling. Would you accept that in this nice, peaceful room?
No, I think everybody should just leave me alone.
A quarantine is the part of the night where each of us will be isolated in one of the location's most highly active areas. The concept is simple. Since we believe some spirits are intimidated by our numbers, this will give them the opportunity to feel less threatened. Ashley will be set up in this room, and 1 floor below her we have set up a TV with a live feed. Every move will be monitored, and Becca will be giving us real-time reads of anyone who tries to communicate. So with 20 minutes on the clock, Ashley's quarantine begins now.
Okay, everybody in here, we only have 1 box now, so we're gonna have to take turns here.
Up on the couch. Up off the couch.
Just another day in Maysville.
Your accent, though.
Is it on point?
Wow.
No, another day in Maysville. And ruling on Pandoras, you are ruling. All right, and we got to get you in night vision.
Oh, yeah, that's the same.
Right.
We gotta get you night vision.
GPS receiver.
Oh, whoops, that's all right.
I bet you she stays right where she is.
Cat ears are back. How happy are you about that, Kimmell?
I love those cat ears. I've always loved those cat ears from day one.
Do you mean that?
No.
No. All right, see ya.
That room's big enough. You got plenty of room to get up and walk around.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I've had plenty of exercise today. I need to relax a little bit, you know?
I even aimed it at the couch going in because I knew she was going to want to sit on that couch.
And not get up, you think?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she did at Frostbite.
Yep.
Well, it looks like someone has found the little boxes that are on the edge of this couch, because those lights are going a little bit crazy. Hello! Oh, that sounded really nice. Hi!
You have a little kid.
Oh, cool. Yes, hi. Is that the little girl that was upstairs?
Yeah, but I don't know how many details you want on what I saw before I came here about the little girl.
No, thank you.
But you can tell us.
You're damn right.
There was this little girl who was trying to talk through a doll, but was making the doll super creepy. I don't remember all the details because I was like, Kimmell, write this down because I was falling asleep.
I understand why you have to do that.
What's that?
There was a little flash of something in the mirror, but nothing clear.
See, I was doing just fine.
That is a great story. Can you aim that camera at the mirror out there? Is the mirror, is it behind her? See that mirror behind you?
There's one to my left and one to my right. Oh, there's one up there.
Just focus on that for 1 second.
Almost feels like a breeze. Shit.
You're good on the mirror. You're just taking a look. There's nothing there. What did she say?
She's just a magnet in general. There's a man behind her. I haven't seen a man all day.
I even said when she walked up there, I'm like, I bet you're going to get everything. Everybody's just going to go to you.
I picked the nicest room for my quarantine, and it still has a weird feeling to it. I don't...
Ooh, it's an angry man. He said,
Oh.
Really?
Fuck you. Well, that kind of dates him a little bit, right? The F word wasn't used.
Common. Well, just like I suspected, you are a magnet.
Definitely got the attention of a man we have not seen yet.
Ooh, okay. Hello, sir.
A gentleman.
A gentleman?
He's not.
Oh, ew.
But we're gonna see who else you select here.
Okay, well, let's talk to the guy that's here. Why not? I mean, I'm here, so... What's your deal?
What's your deal?
Why isn't he a gentleman?
He hates those things on your head.
No, he doesn't.
You called it. You're right. You're right. He isn't.
No, he doesn't. Get?
You're right.
That's just you.
So what can you gather from him, though? Brand new, just came into play, angry.
Well, he chews. His fists are swollen from fighting. His fingernails are rough and like blood in his, like in the beds. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and
Like-
the skin to the nail.
Yeah.
two friends that were trying to talk to everybody earlier. I know they can be scary, well, something like that. I don't know. Loud. I know they can be loud. So I want, oh, the one Pandora light went off.
Like it shut off?
Yeah.
Battery?
It's possible. It's okay. We're gonna roll with it.
Okay. Okay, everybody in here. We only have one box now, so we're gonna have to take turns here.
Tell her to go sit on the floor.
Hey, can you sit on the floor?
Dude, what?
There's an impulse to sit on the floor.
Tell her to put her hands up in the air. The girl wants to play patty cake, kind of. It's not really called patty cake.
I guess the girl wants to play patty cake. So put the camera down.
And put your hands up.
Oh, shit. I'm pressing button. Okay. Patty cake, baker's man.
Ooh, something weird just happened. Something finally just shifted. Yeah. I can't make it out. It's just an impression of like intimidation.
We're gonna come up right now because actually it's starting to get good. I went back up at ground zero there to see. All right?
What?
We just want to come up there and see something is there now.
Okay, cool. Hi. Whoa. Hi.
I'm torn between a couple of theories that I can't put my finger on. So, it got super weird for a minute. It's not there now. It started to feel like super intimidating. Kind of think there's a really good possibility that it was a child trying to be scary, and then I came up here, and then it's kind of like, well, I can't be bad now.
Like you're in trouble?
Somebody who's gonna catch me is gonna come up here now. Kind of like I thought there was a scary man. Kind of am starting to believe that's intense intimidation that I felt was a kid projecting it.
The fear of
games, yeah. And now it's not here because little kid get in trouble lying.
Kids love you, Ashley.
Obviously, she didn't love me if she was trying to scare me. Like, that's not love.
She might be bored.
Next, we'd make our way downstairs to the basement where the servants' quarters were. Like I said, this place, endless maze. Even today, walking through this, doing all this stuff, I still don't know my way around. There's door number 1 and door number 2. Which one do we take?
Whichever one you think.
I don't know if door number 2.
Oh, thanks.
This is the servants' quarters. This is the old servants' quarters. Okay. What's the name of the gentleman that used to stay here?
Jerry Gore?
Jerry Gore?
Yes.
All right. Let's see if we're going to do another intelligence test, because still that from earlier is incredible with hearing Philip and Folly and all that. Let's just do a Q word, anything. What word would you say, Becca, that you think they would maybe respond to and repeat?
Honestly, go away.
Okay. That's almost universal. To whoever's here, if you would like to let it be known that you would like us to leave, all you have to do is repeat back, go away. If that's the case, then we'll go. But if you'd like us to say, you can say anything else. You don't have to say go away. 1, 2, 3. Can you please say, go away? Ending EVP. Ending EVP. Weird feeling down here.
Yeah.
Becca, while we were recording, what did you feel?
I'm feeling a lot of, much of any. That was weird. I just saw an outline of a person standing there, just a shadow.
You saw it with your own eyes, not? Or?
No, I think it was with my brain, but there's, yeah.
Right in the doorway.
Yes, that one was with my brain.
Chris, I'm gonna bring this back to you. Yeah. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. Can you please say, go away? It's like buried in there a few times. I know. But right away, go. I don't know the other part. Let's bring it back one more time. There's more in there that we'll have to review back. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to stay down here?
No.
Well, guess what prize you've won today?
It'll be a good place, I think.
It'll be a good place. Yes, it will be a great place.
Okay.
Son of a...
You son of a...
Okay. Good luck, brother.
All right, we're synced up here. You're good to go.
Look at that smirk. Look at him.
Going live on Pandora's. All right, they're both going.
All right, Ashley and I are going to do our best to whisper. See, she's trying real hard to laugh low. But being Italian, this is going to be tough. But he's right below us right now.
Are you guys walking around?
Actually, no.
No, that was not us.
I heard walking again in that room there.
What did you say about a little girl?
I see a little girl. He should try to interact with both the woman spirit and the little girl.
A woman spirit and a little girl?
Yes.
This is so hard.
Would you like me to tell her?
Ma'am, what are you and your little girl doing here? Do you have something to tell me?
That was weird. Something tapped him on the shoulder. Someone.
Becca just saw someone tap your left shoulder, and there are no footsteps coming from up here. We are completely still.
Are you the one that committed suicide here?
Well, he just got uncomfortable.
Chris got uncomfortable?
Yeah. Door, knocking on the door. It's pounding on the door behind him. It's definitely starting to pick up a little bit. He hit a nerve.
John Pierce.
Sound from the other side. See if I can't get something to hit back.
Oh, that's it.
I'm gonna knock on this door because I keep hearing sounds come from the other side. See if I can't get something to hit back. If you're a slave and you're trying to hide, you still have time, but you need to get out now.
You're a slave, you're trying to hide, you still have time, but you need to get out now.
slave and you're trying to hide, you still have time. But you need to get out now.
Who do you want to be?
What? That's what they said to him?
Yeah. Is it who do you want to be? Who are you trying to be? Something like that. The sentiment's weird. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Maybe he's trying to prove something?
Oh, maybe.
That's not what I would decode it.
I'd say he probably needs to explain how those machines work. So at least to the child.
Chris.
Yeah.
Go ahead and,
Whoa. Something has f***ing hit that door. Can you do that again? As soon as you started talking, a f***ing thump on that door. Woo! Go ahead, what would you say? I'm sorry.
But you said someone was banging on that door. If you want to the little girl possibly explain how the devices work. And secondly, Becca picked up on somebody saying, who are you trying to be? In other words, are you trying to, what do we say?
I don't know, what's your purpose?
What's your purpose? Why are you here? If you translate it.
Okay, to the little girl, if you have something to say, which I'm sure you do, all you have to do is come over to these two red lights or any of these two devices that I'm holding to that one in the corner. But please come over to these lights and speak into them. Just tell me something, please.
And speak into them. Just tell me something, please.
That's weird. Who's your name instead of what's your name?
Becca just heard a voice say, who's your name, instead of what's your name, but directly saying, who's your name?
I don't know what that means.
Could be slang for, like...
My name is Chris.
Like a period slang.
Period slang.
Please tell me your name. My name is Chris. Can you please tell me your name?
What's
No,
going
it's weird. Just a total void. Everything just stopped.
Alright, listen,
The energy just sucked out of the room.
Do you think by you acknowledging what it heard, it's different, it's not
Like it
used to
ran.
being communicated to?
Like possibly like somebody ran.
I just felt an ice cold draft come through here. Right
Like somebody ran by him.
When you say ran.
That I haven't felt since I've been down here.
Meltdown or what tonight? Say what?
I want him to give something to prove that he's not.
Oh, a gift.
A gift of something. It doesn't even really matter what it is.
Well, here goes nothing.
Oh no. Wait, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna offer you.
No, you're not.
Take off your jacket.
Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. That camera just shut down completely.
Go inspect it real quick.
Go in that room.
It should be, that was a full charge of like 200 minutes.
That's dead, dude.
We're gonna come down and get you, all right? That was really good.
Okay, bye.
Is that you?
What'd you hear?
Just a noise of it, like a ding, like a, almost like a. No, because I haven't heard that yet. So. yeah, kind of was.
What did you hear?
Yeah.
What?
It's like a ping pong ball hitting the floor. It's like.
Or like a, yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. That's different.
Hey, Kimmell. Oh, why do I keep hearing things over here? Just noises. Well, now that this is happening, and Jeff Bent has been here all day, and he has his Geobox, why don't we bring him down here? Because I don't think we're done here yet.
Yeah, that's two noises. We were trying to walk away. And
I mean, it...
No, you're right. You're
you
right.
tell me how you feel.
I'll tell you how I feel. Real quick. Full disclosure. Jeff Bent has been here, and he does help us a lot.
He is the leading authority, I believe, to Geobox. He'll never admit it. You meet him in person. He doesn't want to admit this. He is the best. And you're right. We should ask him to come down just for a quick session.
I mean, now's the time.
Now's the time.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Love you, Uncle Jeff. Jeff Fenn is one of our most trusted friends and has accompanied us on several investigations. He would join us with his Geobox in the servants' quarters, but with only capturing one solid response, we'd eventually move one room over to where the activity picked up. Uncle Jeff at base, are you there?
He fell asleep.
Oh, he knows. Send him down. We're down to the basement. Bring on the big dog.
He knows.
Tell him we're in Gore's.
Yeah, we're in
penthouse.
We're down in the old servants' quarters. That looks like the silhouette of the man. Yeah.
I would hope so. I mean.
Hey, where you guys were. I was about to radio up. I was like, hey, we stuck down this way. You ready? Ready. Becca had thought there was a spirit here or an individual that didn't want us here and said go. Let's start off with introductions. Who's here with us right now? There was a spirit earlier when we first started that actually said Phillips Folly, clear as day. Can you say that again?
That's not a female, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like a female.
Can that spirit say Phillips Folly for us?
Right there. Right there.
I heard the folly. Can you say that again?
Can you tell us again?
What city are we in?
I heard Maysville in there.
Did you?
I heard Maysville. It was underneath it. I heard Maysville.
Seriously.
That's a snort. That didn't come from the box.
Six snort.
If anyone was confused.
Sorry.
I heard that too, but I didn't want to say it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Adam Kimmell.
Yep. Goodbye. After this extremely successful Geobox session, Jeff would regroup at base and we'd continue farther into the basement.
Shit, it's creepy over here.
Oh, yeah.
Going in?
Yeah, let's go in.
Alright.
What do you, I don't even know where to begin on this one, Becca, but what do you feel in this room?
Storage. A sharp pain in my back. Across my back. Just for a second. Just a little sharp pain. Nothing. I get the feeling that there's a lot of hiding. Like I don't get a lot of things wanting to communicate because it's quiet. It feels like people trying to be quiet.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's just do, to who's here,
I just have a little device that'll allow us to hear your little box. If you'd like, you can say something. If you don't, I understand too. But I'd like to give you that opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and say whatever you'd like if you'd like to. Ending EVP. Ending. Oh, jeez. Okay, ending. Turn my camera off.
Whoa, what happened?
Pandora.
All right.
You want to try to...
That's good with this light here. Let's bring it back, see what happens.
1, 2, 3. Go ahead and say whatever you like if you'd like to.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I heard help, I think is the very last word.
Immediately after this, we prepare for the night's second ripple. For this one, Ashley would be chained up and accused of helping a slave escape, while Chris and I would try to break her into telling the truth. This is by far one of the darkest ripples to date, and Becca has long objected to this type of research, as have many RU viewers. Although her mentor, Michelle Belanger, once mentioned how interesting it was from a psychological perspective, and how it may possibly disrupt a cycle of trauma that these spirits may still be living in. Ripples were never designed to mock. This ripple in particular was respectfully designed to acknowledge a terribly dark history. We are attempting to initiate a conversation with people who were treated in ways human beings should never be.
You like giving water out? So do I. And I don't like when I lose my property either. Okay, it's all right. All right, here we go. Pandoras are running. Give it about a few seconds before you start, or I'll just cue you here. All right.
Oh
go for it, Ashley.
Holy shit, hold on. Let me out of here! Get me out of here!
Get me out of here!
Hold.
That light went off. This is extremely uncomfortable.
That was, yeah. All right, do that one more time.
Oh.
All right, sorry. And go for it.
Let me out of here! Get me out of here!
Get me out of here!
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I said, how are you doing? Answer us.
Let me out of here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna let you out?
Let me out of here. I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong!
Well, I seen her bring water down to a slave, and I would like to know who told her to do that.
And then on top of that, the slave is now missing.
They're not property.
You like giving water out? So do I. And I don't like when I lose my property either.
And I don't like when I lose my property
How long do you want to stay down here in this hole? How long?
Better give us an answer. How long do you want to stay down
Let
here?
me out of here.
Right now?
Yes.
Not gonna work. Look at us when we're talking to you. Look at us.
Get away
Look
from
at
me.
us.
Make her pay.
Oh, you're gonna pay. You're gonna stay down here for at least a week. Now I'll give you just enough water, but you're gonna be down here for an entire week. Let's get out of here.
Get out of here.
And Ripple. I know. I'm sorry.
It dripped down my jeans.
No!
My legs are all wet.
Hang on, is that stuck there? You gotta screw that one away.
We're just leaving there all night.
Oh.
Becca,
Might
are
as
you
well
kidding me?
start your quarantine starts now.
What did you see in there?
A lot. Weirdly though, at the end, she just stopped talking to you. She just didn't want to talk anymore. She was just
She? Who's she?
So, very clearly, I cannot frequently say with confidence that I'm talking to an intelligent spirit, but I can say that with confidence when it comes to this person. She's angry. She says a lot. I am angry. I will not rest. I saw a man burned alive, kicked over a lantern. She asked, "Who are you?" Something about whispers. My head quietly on a pillow. It was lots of fragmented stuff. In the snow, 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 snow. Light of the moon beneath the stars. There isn't enough moon tonight. She was very confused. She said, but she's white. Or maybe she's not. She couldn't tell. She said her eyes weren't as good as they used to be. We know the truth. Please talk to me. Eyes in the dark. Are you putting on a farce? Then there was a point at which she was like, this is ridiculous. That was the sentiment. That's not exactly what she said. Chip a message into the wood. Where are my horses?
Okay.
It's a lot.
That's a lot,
That is
actually.
a
We
lot.
don't
Also,
normally...
wait a second. I'm missing something. So before you started, it was like really intense, like woman, crazy hair, like intense face, and she said, "I went mad." So I don't know if she actually went mad, but it was like this true desperation. Like the way she popped out, I was like, "Did you hang yourself?" Like she was just so like boom. I don't know that she did. I'm just saying when I asked her, like, whoa, that's really intense. It's so loud, and in my head, it's almost painful. She said, I went mad.
Okay. All right.
I'm so mad at you.
I didn't hit you in the face.
Yeah. No, but like you got me right here, and I was sitting like cross-legged. So look at this shit. It's like all back here. Like it's all here.
All back there. All right.
Yes.
Yep, it is.
Oh man. Oh, thank you. Could be worse.
All right. Let's make our way over here. This is something I saw earlier. We were just looking around, exploring and stuff. What I was drawn to, which I thought was really interesting, was the tunnel they talked about. When it was part of the Underground Railroad, they would come through this area.
Whoa.
Right? Because I guess you used to go back farther, all the way down to the river. I mean, it's been closed up. You can't go.
I can't believe it's so...
Do you get anything in here?
I would have to dig really hard to find people who don't want to be found. It's quiet. It just feels very quiet.
Regardless of that, though, I think I want to...
I've got a really good idea.
You got a good idea, like, throw out there?
Yeah.
What's that, Ashley?
I think you should do your quarantine down here.
You finally got to say it.
Yes.
That was completely
Thank
her
you.
idea. I wouldn't have thought that at all.
No.
This is like, first time.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit. All right. Rolling on Pandora. Pandoras are rolling. You know, all day since I've been here, I have been drawn to this exact spot. I think it's so
interesting.
It's got a woman.
That just behind me, this little hole here,
White woman.
freedom.
Okay.
I know it's closed off now, but at one time, this led directly down to the river. This was the difference between life and death.
Nope, they're not. Nope. Nope, you're getting nothing. Nope, because you a white man.
I figured that was going to happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little bit closer. I'm going to crawl into the crawl space here. I'm going to go pretty deep as far as I can go back. I'm going to take a recorder with me. I'm going to take a box for those who are listening, just a box that I have here. I'm going to go back with it, all right? Maybe we can connect a little closer. Oh, look at that. All right, grabbing a Pandora.
All right, grabbing a Pandora.
What if we can't fit?
Oh my God, it's so much better when I first thought about it. Oh, son of a bitch.
All right.
Yeah, there might be a few spiders. All right.
Now that I've come down here, I've shared the same experience.
Oh, no, you can't say that.
Now that I've come down here and I've shared the same experience that you went through coming through this, is there anyone in here?
Nope. Radio silence. Radio silence, Kimmell. First of all, you are not sharing the experience. It sounds so. It's really cool that you're in there, but.
Don't ruin this.
As he's crawling farther back.
Don't ruin this. I'm having a great time. I don't know how to tell you this. Things have changed. There's actually people like myself and others that would never allow the things you went through to happen.
It's still not working, but that was a good thing to say.
Come back, yeah.
Yeah. You got something. You got. What do you want?
What do I want? I would like to talk and share your story. I'm coming out.
Like, and to who's here? It is about establishing trust, and I know it can't be established in 20 minutes, 24 hours, but I like to think that we are followed by spirits. And if anyone has come with me, they can tell you who I am and what I do. I just want to learn about you and share your story to the world.
I just want to learn about you and share your story to the world.
You're in radio silence, dude.
Radio silence. Well, I understand. This is like a blitzkrieg, and it might have come on a little too strong.
My friend David
Oh no.
brought a drum here that
Here
I'm
we
going
go.
to use.
Hey, real quick, ask Dave, what's the beat that I'm supposed to use?
1 E and a 2 E and a.
I quote, 1 E and a 2 E and a.
Okay. I, by no means, deserve to do this and emulate your culture, but I do it out of friendship.
And I'm just going to do a quick beat.
Look at him being
And I would
vulnerable.
like you to sit back and listen.
Beautiful.
There's that 1E and a 2E.
How's that, Dave? Nope.
3, 4, 6
It's
panda.
the thought that counts.
Oh, you know it.
I'm going to assume that the white woman is not interested in the drum. What can you gather from her?
I do not think that you're going to have any luck trying to communicate because you just come on too strong. You just feel too, it's just not going to work. Sorry.
I would like you to speak. Come over here and just talk right into these boxes. Let's introduce ourselves. Come over here and just talk right into these boxes. Let's introduce ourselves.
She's got a key to something. I think it's something on a chain. She dropped it from her hand.
She dropped what out of her hand? A key. Ma'am, are you affiliated with this property or have you just roamed in?
You could never forget.
I could never forget. What?
That's not us. I don't know what.
No, that's not. Oh, you didn't do anything?
No, we're not doing that. I don't know if it's like another frequency like cutting in. This never happened.
That was crazy.
Listen, like I was getting at, I apologize. And as we continue through the night, we're going to focus on different things and get more of a conversation going. Is that all right? Get more of a conversation going. Is that all right? Yeah. On paper, my approach seemed to make sense, but as it was executed, I, along with everyone else, quickly saw its obvious flaws. My intentions were good, but sometimes we cannot bridge the gap without the help of our friends. In this specific case, there is one friend who I've known for quite some time now, and he may be able to remedy this situation. David Wooliver.
What names and things you may have heard and been called, we still get it today.
Without delay, I'd radio up and have him join us down here. Basically, I wanted to ask you to come down because I think I f***ed up. I think I took the wrong approach going in there.
You need me to save your ass.
I need you to stay. I'm calling in my Wooliver card. I get one per year.
He walked in brash and he did not approach in a kind way.
And?
No empathy, no compassion, and he got nothing.
I don't know if everyone at home understands why I'd be calling in the Wooliver card.
And we're going to have you explain it rather than Brash Man.
Although it may not look it, I am of African descent. My mother's side of the family is the African part. So, hopefully I can use that to my advantage.
Absolutely. Called my Wooliver card in, called it in early for 2017. Damn, I got a lot of months to go through.
Wooliver's always saving you.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go back in here for a second. Becca, do you think they heard him talking out there?
I feel different instantaneously. I don't see anything, but the vibe feels... It doesn't feel like anything's being hidden, and it doesn't feel afraid, and it doesn't feel wrong.
Dave, what I'd like you to try to do is, I can't play drums worth shit, even though your instructions were on point. Maybe if you play a few beats, and then we follow it up with an active EVP. Yeah.
With you asking the questions?
With you asking, yeah.
Okay. talking, I want you to know these guys mean well. I'm here because in some ways I can relate to you. In your time, there were no mixing of races. You didn't do that. In my time, things are different. What names and things you may have heard and been called, we still get it today. I've been called everything from what you've heard to being called a mutt. I've not withstood the same atrocities that you have, but we are of the same blood. So I'm going to ask that you come in here. These are very nice people. I will vouch for them. Come in here and let us know your story. You've seen this box over and over again. One more time. Alright, if you can, please come in here and speak with us. There's no need for you to be afraid anymore. What is your story? Who is your name? Who is your family? I want to thank you for taking the time with us. But again, don't be afraid. There's no reason anymore. Come in here, let us know what you have to say. Ending EVP.
And then Dave, you just want to play it back. He's got so much.
That was really powerful.
I cried.
I was tearing up. Just the way you worded it was perfect. It was, I don't know. Yeah, it was super powerful. Thank you for doing that.
When you live it.
What is your story? I didn't hear a lot, but I definitely heard loud and clear. Freedom. Beautiful. I'm going to crack a circle over there.
Yep, and it just kind of flat.
If you can, please come in here and speak with us. There's no need for you to be afraid anymore. What is your story? Who is your name? Who is your family? I want to thank you for taking the time with us. But again, don't be afraid. There's no reason anymore. Come in here, let us know what you have to say. What is your story? Who is your name? Who is your family? I want to thank you for taking the time with us. But again, don't be afraid. There's no reason anymore. Come in here, let us know what you have to say.
After 8 hours of investigating Phillips Folly, we're left with new experiences and tactics that will help us along our continued journey. From intelligent interactions all night,
As soon as you started talking, a thump on that door,
to the rare phenomena of voice manipulation. The Folly was everything and then some of what we expected. Another special thank you to everyone involved. And we're beyond grateful for the opportunity to map out such a unique and unexplored haunting. For more episodes of RU, please visit our website residentundead.com and prepare yourself for an entire new year of upcoming investigations.